to Anita on the B side. I am your host, Anita B, and sitting here in the studio with me is the lovely Suzette.
Hi. Hi, Anita. Thanks for having me.
Yes, and our special, very special guest, Mr. Carl Thomas. Carl, welcome to Anita on the B side. How are you today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
We're great.
Yeah, we're good.
Everybody knows here in Chicago that you will be performing live next Saturday, August 18th, for the West Side Music Festival at Garfield Park. Are you excited to be home?
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to it. It's always a pleasure, to perform in the city of Chicago. All of my friends and family are there, and it's really, it's a blessing. I count it a blessing to be able to get on the stage and perform and do your thing in front of people anyway, but it's just a little bit something special to perform in front of those people that had a chance to, watch your different stages of development. So I'm looking forward to it.
Incredible. Now, did you grow up on the west side of Chicago? What part of town did you grow up in?
No. I didn't grow up there. I grew up in Aurora.
Oh, you grew up in Aurora.
Well, Chicago is claiming you.
Yes. Well,
Yeah. Yeah, they have right to. You know what I mean? When we landed, when my family landed in Illinois from Mississippi, we were actually on the south side. So
South side.
Oh, so he was south.
yeah, we were. In my opinion, this is no jab at anybody, but in my opinion, we were delivered.
Okay, we'll keep that between us.
Well, as a south side.
But I always have a great time, coming back where all my friends and family are.
Absolutely. Now, do you get extra excited or do you get extra nervous when you perform in front of your family? Because sometimes we can be even more critical.
No. No. I don't think there's not too many things in life these days that make me nervous.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the IRS. Maybe.
Right. Always be nervous of the IRS.
Yeah. But no, I don't get nervous. I feel very much in my element, like I'm supposed to be doing it. So it's really nature.
Great.
Okay.
Great. Almost just like an extension of who you are. Music is in you.
Yeah, it's I would consider it to be my left arm.
Mm.
Wow.
And you can no more separate your right arm from your left arm any more than you can your future from your past, any more than you can any other part of your body that makes you.
I like that.
I love that.
Yeah, I like that.
Carl, we didn't know you were so deep.
Right.
Oh, no. I preach against that word very much.
Okay.
The more you use the word deep, the further you get away from things being common knowledge.
Okay.
So you don't want to separate. It's using that word deep has become a way of separating information.
Okay.
That's an interesting perspective.
That's usually going to serve to be to your detriment.
No, but we certainly didn't mean it that way. We not at all. This is intellectual radio, so we're just always pleased when we get intellectual great conversation.
Yeah, but you want, but we are controlled by we're controlled as a society by the means of not having access to collective information, or rather things that should be collective. Information that should be available to all people. And I think that when people kind of use that terminology, I think what they really mean is unconventional or something that they're not used to hearing.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Perfect sense.
Perfect sense. You're right. It does.
Duly noted and corrected.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Y'all are crazy.
Let's talk about your big break, Carl. On a lighter note, your big break. When did it all happen? You have those moments where
I gotta tell you, my break was gradual.
Mm-hmm.
My break was gradual. I say, you have this big break, but that I've been blessed enough, and I've been blessed enough to stand myself in in an ocean of waters that haven't proven to be too friendly to artists.
Mm.
So,
Can you be
I
more
definitely
specific?
credit that to God's grace to keep in power.
Absolutely.
But my break didn't come all at once. It was a gradual step. I'm one of the few artists that before what the public considers to be my big break, I had several big breaks and several big letdowns. And, I learned from those experiences. Like, I know exactly what it feels like to get a pink slip from a record label saying, your service is no longer required.
Wow.
And those things happened long before I ever got my opportunity with Puff and my Bad Boy situation, So that was the tip of the iceberg that people can see. And I don't, want to take anything away from that at all, because it was, I definitely consider it a divine plan for my life to go, in that order, and for me to take those steps that I took. But I would have to give Puff the credit of exposing my talent to the world.
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because when
Big
you
break,
were on Bad,
I don't know if I would necessarily use those words, but I can definitely say that he is responsible for my positive exploitation.
Absolutely. And
yeah.
I mean, when you were at Bad Boy was the label. I mean, you had Carl Thomas, you had the Notorious B.I.G., 112, Faith Evans, Total. I mean, the label and the talent on it was just incredible.
Yeah, I don't really think I think that Bad Boy Entertainment, I don't think that we'll ever see another label like that ever again. The business is somewhat gone in what's called a ready-made direction.
Mm-hmm.
And the business has moved away from any sort of development or artist development, as they call it.
Wow.
And it's so unfortunate.
It is. I think a lot of people know.
Well, I mean, it's a matter of opinion. There are pros and cons to everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think that the direction that the ready-made direction that the business is moving into, is just forcing artists to have more accountability and responsibility for themselves, which is not such a bad thing, because you have to nowadays get yourself to a certain point before the labels and the big machines will actually kick in.
Yes. Right, we see a lot of that with, like Justin Bieber had
Absolutely.
his own however many followers
already.
Before, right? So
yeah.
I think they are expecting that. You're right. That is really taking a turn.
I mean, it's good and it's bad. It just depends on who's looking at it,
Right.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. So, what is your favorite song to date that you've recorded?
I don't really have one. Because my mind really doesn't work that way. I do what I love. I touch what I love. I don't touch music that I don't love.
Oh, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of like how I look at it all. I don't feel differently about Emotional as I do The Baby Maker, or I don't feel different about Rebound as I do I Wish I Never Met Her. It's part of the body of what it is that I love.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I like that.
Now, as a songwriter and a singer, from the songwriting side, do you always write from personal experiences?
No, I don't think that that's very healthy for developing your form of art. I think that as an artist, you are a way station. And art is meant to be channeled through you. And I'm not saying that reality can't be channeled into art, because we've seen the example thereof many different times. But what I am saying is that to truly be an artist, I believe that you have to be able to tell more than your story. I think if you can only tell your story, then you lack empathy. You lack the ability to walk in someone else's shoes.
And empathy is so important. I think it's one of the things that most of us are missing.
Yeah, it is.
And I don't want to say most of us because I don't want to include myself in that, but
as a society,
right?
Because we feel it's all about us, our situation. Put yourself in someone's shoes is missing.
Well,
right.
You know what's funny about urban entertainment? Urban entertainment, we have been convinced that we owe reality. Or we owe our version of reality.
Okay.
And in doing so, the art of storytelling gets really diluted and lost.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed. So let me ask you this then: does art imitate life, or do you think the opposite is true? Does art imitate life, or
life imitate art?
Well, I feel that a lot of people would have a rule about that. Art is supposed to depict life, or life is supposed to depict art. I think that life and art are reflections of each other.
Okay.
And I really believe that. I really believe that they are reflections of each other. I think that art is a very important humane side effect.
I agree. Mm-hmm. I agree. That's always such a good question in it, because some things, like in the hip hop community, they always say that they are, writing from a perspective of something that they've lived, and then.
Well, that's fine. That is totally fine. That is totally fine. It's not. It doesn't take away anything from them as artists. It doesn't take away anything at all from them as artists. But usually the more interesting artists are the artists that can tell their story as well as someone else's. They usually prove to be more interesting.
Yes.
They usually prove to be, just able to move people in a different direction.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Absolutely.
It's funny. It's funny. One of the Sting does a song called "Tomorrow We'll See," and the song is about the plight of a male prostitute.
Is there a plight of a male prostitute?
Something that he has never experienced, touched, or anything like that. But the mere fact that he is able to write a song like that and place himself in another universe, so to speak, I think is absolutely amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I think it takes special people to do that. I don't think you have to be special if all you're going to talk about is reality.
Yes.
I don't think that. I think you don't.
Right.
You don't have to be special. But
absolutely. Right.
Yeah, I totally see your point.
Take something and write a song about it, or people who write children's books, extremely extraordinary artists.
Yes. Well, we do a segment of the show called Flip the Script, where we touch on something, not necessarily deep, but something that has either made a profound impact on your career. I wanted to ask you, what is the hardest lesson that you've learned being in the music industry?
The hardest lesson that I've learned is that you let nothing, no entity, no company, no executive, nothing come in between you and the reason that you're doing this.
Was that something that you needed to remind yourself of throughout your career?
Absolutely. In order to stay clairvoyant, in order to just, keep a level head, I've had to remind myself, okay, why did you get involved in the first place?
Absolutely.
That makes great sense. That's perfect advice
I
too.
think so.
Yeah, like
I
I'm gonna
think so.
use that every day.
Why did you do? Why are
Right.
you doing this?
Right.
And sometimes you just
Right.
need that reminder,
Right.
especially with what you're doing, Carl, because you know if you start letting the music business get in the way of the music, I mean,
I'm sure some of it can be lost.
absolutely, the creativity,
Right.
everything. Do
Well,
you?
yeah, you 9 times out of 10, you're going to pay a price that you really don't have the currency to pay.
Mm. And none of us want to do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's great advice.
So tell us about your current projects.
My current projects, I am currently working on an EP of ballads.
Yay.
We love
Can't wait
ballads.
to hear that.
And it's called Carl Thomas Begging After Midnight.
See, didn't I tell you I loved Carl Thomas?
You did tell us.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about you before you got
Yeah,
on the phone.
It's definitely a midnight ear nibbler.
Oh.
Yeah, we really can't wait.
And the population increases.
Right.
Thank you, Carl Thomas.
Right. We'll do a study between the date of your album and 9 months
really
later.
Excited about it. I'm really excited about it. There's a lot of things inside of me that I get to let out, on that I haven't really been able to explore in that aspect. I'm a fan of the great balladeers.
Yeah.
I'm a fan.
And they're missing today.
I get a chance to write about love and to sing about love in a manner that I haven't been able to in the past. So
we look forward to it.
And those love balladeers, who are some of your favorites?
Oh, wow. I was totally in love with Luther Vandross. I thought that he expressed himself as a vocalist in a manner that no one else could. His songs were beautifully painted canvas. I was always a fan of Freddie Jackson's voice.
Oh.
I was always a fan of Enrique. I mean, not Enrique, but yeah, I would definitely say I'm a fan of Enrique. But his ability to be guiding in each line of a song is uncanny.
Yeah, he has everyone mesmerized when he sings.
Yes.
Everyone. The ladies love him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ladies loved him.
Yes, yes. Well, Carl, we look forward to you performing live right here in Chicago.
Definitely.
Saturday, August 18th at the West Side
Absolutely.
Music
Did I
Festival.
tell you I was going to bring my band? Did I tell you that?
Oh, you are bringing
yay.
your band. Yay.
Did I tell that? Yeah, I'm bringing my band, and it's going to be a beautiful expression. So everybody just come on out and enjoy some free Class A entertainment.
Absolutely.
My brother, Music Soul Child, my sister, Selena Johnson, is going to be there. We're going to do it right
I mean,
for Chicago.
this is just a gift. I think this is a gift to our city, a gift to the people, because how often can you get this type of I'm talking about real soul music. I mean, just good artistry.
I'm an acquired taste.
And acquired taste.
And we
I'm
love
an
it.
acquired taste. It's just a coincidence that most people like peach cobbler.
I'm one of those people.
Me too.
That's my favorite dessert.
Right.
Who you been talking to, Carl?
Yeah.
But speaking, you said water. Summer Rain is just
Oh, yes.
absolutely one of my favorite songs. So please tell me you will be singing that.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I will be singing Summer Rain. They've already told me, the directors of the festival have already told me you cannot leave the stage without singing Summer Rain.
You cannot.
Look, if you want to make it out the city, you better sing Summer Rain.
You will not do it without singing Summer Rain.
We will hold you hostage.
I'm going to go ahead and do as I am told.
Okay.
So before you leave, Carl, 2 things. 1, can you give us a little something? It doesn't necessarily have to be Summer Rain, but just something that people can look forward to, just a bar or 2 or something.
Something they can look forward to. Something they can look forward to. They can look forward to. Why does it take so long? Can't wait to have you dear. Oh yeah. 'Cause your love is so strong. I need you with me. Oh, because just a little love goes so long. Yeah. So I have you smiling just because. Even when everything's wrong. But now I got you standing right here. I know it feels good.
Okay.
Yeah, that is giving me something to look forward to.
After I pick Suzette up off the floor, I guess she'll be okay to make it to your show next
Carl,
Saturday.
Carl, I will be there. I'll be the crazy light-skinned woman in the front.
Thank you.
Well, y'all really know how to make a fella feel good.
Well, you know, we got to take care of our brother from. Yes, and can you just let your fans know how they can keep up with your current projects, your Twitter, your Facebook?
Definitely. You can reach me at my website, carlthomaslive.com, or you could reach me on my Twitter, Mr._Carl_Thomas, or at CNeuronThomas, or you could just reach me as Carl Thomas on Facebook or as Carl Thomas on Instagram, or whatever it may be, I'm there.
Absolutely.
Sounds good.
Thank you so much. We look forward to seeing you next Saturday.
Thank you, sweetie. I really
appreciate it. At the Westside Music Festival. Have a great day, Carl. Take care.
Thank you so much.
Y'all take care, all right?
Okay. Love and kisses.
I'm looking to see you in the park.